Ladies and gentlemen, I interrupt whatever you are doing for this breaking news bulletin. As of last Monday on the 20th anniversary of Halo and Xbox, they have released multiplayer. If you haven't had a chance to play it yet, you are severely missing out. This is by far the most exciting and big and large and great Halo they've ever done. This multiplayer may even rival the favorites of old, such as Halo 3. Stay tuned for all the information you need to get started on your Halo Infinite multiplayer grind. This is a Halo update.
What is happening, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't heard already, it's been a little bit over a week since the cheeky release of the Halo Infinite multiplayer, and 343 Industries did it, and they did it right. Free to play, everyone gets it. The Battle Pass had a little bit of issues, but they fixed that a little bit. Not everyone's happy, but they're going to keep making adjustments, and it's going to get going. But overall, big W. The best thing they did is that they listened when they showed in the Xbox Showcase, I don't know, what is it, 2 years ago? And everyone was like, this is what you're giving us? And so they pushed it back. They said they weren't happy with it. They heard everybody. They said, you're not happy with it. We're not happy with it. We want to give you something that we're proud of and the community will be proud of. And they delivered. There's been a massive game lull. There's been a massive content lull due to the remnants of the past couple of years and then some. And they're listening. And they've been taking action ASAP. Like with most big franchises, especially ones that have like a massive cult followings, kind of like how Halo is, the purists expect justice to do and keep the roots, but they also want to be able to provide something that brings in more people to the community so they feel welcome and it's playable and it's not something that's so niche that no one else can do. They did it. Now, with this cheeky release of the multiplayer, and it was on the anniversary, they kind of snuck it under the radar. Xbox, Halo, all released in 01. I had it on Windows before I had an Xbox. Some of you might remember that. Yes, Halo 1 was on Windows. There were a little bit of initial concerns. And with this constant disappointment that the gaming community has been having over the past couple of years, you know, with the other shooters that have been released that every time they have an update, things are broken. Hackers. No comms for multiplayer. I think we all know what we're talking about. They released a game that when you play it, works, it's gorgeous, it functions, and it stayed true to the roots of the game. Win.
He really wanted to say big W.
Now, does this have the occasional game crash? Does it have comms breaking, in-game comms breaking a little bit here and there? Are there a little bit of lag and stuff like that? Yes, 100%. But they released it under the radar. It's something that's been almost perfectly coherent for the sake of what's going on. Can't be too mad about it. And they're constantly updating stuff. The Battle Pass had its issues with not being able to level it up unless you're completing challenges. They heard everyone complaining and they updated it like the third day in. So they're giving you, every time you play a game, you get an extra 50 XP. It resets, adds to it so you can make progression. Not everyone's happy about it. They're going to make more adjustments. But it's kind of like how Fortnite had it back in the day, and you're able to actually have challenges, have something to show up when you play, try to get things done, progress yourself, and go. Is there a lot of free stuff on that Battle Pass? Yes. Is there enough to keep you happy? Maybe not, but we'll see where they take it. The seasons are only going to be 3 months long, except for this first season, which they're pushing all the way back to May. But for right now, let's get into some of the nitty-gritty. Now, our 343 overlords have been gracious enough to give us both casual and ranked options. For casual, we've got Big Team Battle, which is the old school 12v12 style, Capture the Flag, Slayer, Total Control, and Stockpile. Don't worry, we'll go over what those game modes mean in a little bit. And those are on their big boy maps, Fragmentation, High Power, and Deadlock. And obviously with those Big Team Battle maps, you're gonna have basically all the vehicles you could ask for. Warthogs, Ghosts, Mongoose, little Sawboy with the blasters on it. You also get Quick Play, which is in the 4v4 arena style. That's gonna be no stress, all fun. You start off with an AR and a pistol, and then you have the normal loadouts on the maps that recharge and you can pick up whatever you want. That's going to have Capture the Flag, One Flag, Capture the Flag, Oddball, Slayer, and Strongholds. And that's on basically every small map they have. Aquarius, Bazaar, Behemoth, Launch Site, Live Fire, Recharge, and Streets. And then you have Bot Boot Camp, which is basically you versus bots, kind of figure out what's going on, learn maps, learn different game modes. It has everything except for the one flag, capture the flag. Now, get into the ranked style of gameplay. This is something that a lot of other shooters stopped doing for some reason, and we don't know why. Luckily, Apex still has this, and, you know, it works, right? You get people that want to come home and play a casual game and not have to worry about SBMM screwing themselves up, because if you're a good technical player and you get put into a game with all these hackers, it ruins your day and it makes you want to uninstall, and then you'll marry your controller with your TV, and no one wants that. What does ranked offer? They offer 3 different styles of ranked, okay? So you got controller solo duo queue, you have keyboard and mouse solo duo queue, and then you have crossplay, and you get up to 4 people with the crossplay. And so you get to have a combination of you and your friends going against each other and other teams of similar skill levels also. And then vice versa. You get to see how do you match up against, you know, a controller player with a little bit of aim assist in there. How would a controller player want to size up with keyboard guys? And that's an amazing option to have those 3. In rank, they start you off with a battle rifle only. And this actually makes sense. We were talking about this with a couple of my friends also. We were sitting down and being like, how do you think they're going to have the rank set up? And here you go. They said, BR only, good luck. You can pick up everything that's on the map. There's static item drops, static item spawns everywhere. There's the plasma crates that you can throw at people, all those kinds of things. There's definitely a little bit, there's some maps that are 4v4 and they have vehicles on there as well, but really not that big of a deal. It can get annoying, but it's good. What does Ranked Arena offer? Capture the Flag, Oddball, Slayer, and Strongholds. And those are on Aquarius, Bazaar, Behemoth, Recharge Streets, and Livefire. You get 10 placement matches and it puts you into the rank system. So you can find your ranked and then you get the grind. Now, what does the rank system look like? They decided to go with a more traditional style of rank system where you go bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, and then they went to onyx for their big boy map, all right, or big boy rank. Now, each one has 1 through 6. Okay, so you got bronze 1 through 6, silver 1 through 6, and you're climbing up. So 6 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. So do your 10 placements, find out your ranked, get that grind going. We'll see you out there. Now, you guys are going to hear me say this a lot, and I know a good amount of you are going to agree with me, but I also know that a lot of you are probably going to get mad at me. But we're on the edge of a new glory era for Halo, and 343 did justice to this franchise with this multiplayer. The movement is clean, it feels unique to the Halo style of gameplay. You jump around, have some float. They added in a slide mechanic, which we'll get to in a little bit. You can run around assault rifling people into a melee, battle rifle people from across the map, have a needler, sit around a corner, wait for close combat, blow somebody up, use nades, ping-pong them off the wall, get them in, shred their armor, and push in for a final melee or final shot. The world is your oyster when it comes to this game right now. Now, they added a slide mechanic.
Ugh, slide kits, like this isn't Warzone.
Now, engagements have a different style and dynamic in Halo. It's different now. Now you can slide around a corner and engage in a different way, and they have to be ready for that. Yes, people are pre-fragging corners with nades and going wide because they know that's a thing now, but yeah, slide canceling is a reality. But is it going to be about the G Fuel snorting Warzone player that probably skipping school and is sweating G Fuel and Cheetos? No, it's not at that level yet. I don't know if someone's going to figure out how to do that yet. Only the future is going to tell with that. But right now, it's actually a really good mechanic and it feels really, really good. So yeah, is this going to have a massive effect and make you want to friggin' yeet your controller into the wall so that, you know, your girlfriend, mom, dad, whatever is going to get pissed at you? I don't think so. But if you're as passionate about Halo as a lot of us are, you might just do that anyways. Now, if you dabble in the dark arts of, you know, COD multiplayer, Warzone, Apex Legends, you'll know that gun balance is a pretty big deal. And for some reason, every time they decide to change one thing, it feels like the world goes to absolute hell and it kind of ruins it for everybody. There's a lot of casual players that come in and they just want to pick up the game and play. Halo has that already set down. And this is something that Halo has done for years where they're like, here's the game, play, good luck. The sniper's strong, the guns are this, that's that. A sticky grenade is gonna blow you up and it's over, and that's the deal. And right now, it's balanced. Yeah, certain guns and certain people are really cracked. It still feels good. Every gun in the game as of right now is pretty balanced overall. They all do a good job. They all have a moment that you can use. And this is a hot take, but this is probably the most put together multiplayer that's been released in a long time, straight out of the gate. Now, nades, especially in Halo, have always been a massive part of your kit, and relearning how to use this has actually been really challenging. It feels like the blast radius on almost every single one of them and the damage output in that radius has been significantly dropped. That being said, I don't think it's that big of an issue. It kind of forces you to have to play a little bit smarter in your interactions, and having the ability to have the 2 types of grenades on you like we've had in the past is huge because you can spam rooms now. You're able to actually put a lot of pressure on them and have either your teammates push or whatever. The only big issue that I see is that the needle grenade that they had, remember the one that kind of looks like a World War II like stick grenade, right? That one does feel super underpowered compared to what he used to. It's a unique nade that sticks once to anything. It'll stick to the wall, stick to a vehicle, it'll stick to the person. It's only been a week, like don't quote me. Now, they've also added a Dynamo Grenade or a Shock Nade that is basically just a giant lightning ball that goes out. The cool thing that it does is it disables your vehicle. That's massive. We've already had some moments when you throw it at like a Banshee, it stuns it midair and they fly off the map and they die. It really has been paying off pretty well. Now, last but not least, we're in utilities, equipment, whatever you want to call them. Arguably the most powerful, Grapple Shot. You use it to move to safety, get a drop on enemies. You can hijack any vehicle with it. It goes automatically into hijacking once you hook them. Already done with the Banshee, done it with Warthogs, all of it. Now the drop wall. The very inferior little brother of the bubble shield. Not my favorite utility item. You basically drop it down. It's a big destructible wall that has a grid of different plates. It's a lot weaker than what the bubble shield was before, and you're able to strafe between it and try to like go in and out of it so that you can kind of play that game of like having a little bit of protection and then being able to shoot and get into cover and try it out for yourself. Let me know what you think. Threat sensor. Now this is a new one and I kind of like this a little bit, especially if you have communications with your team. You basically shoot out a little fob that puts out a small radius and it basically gives you full vision. You get a full silhouette through the wall, whatever you need to see. It's kind of nice, actually. Not the strongest, but definitely has a good use and can use it in multiple situations. Now, the Repulsor. This does sound like a villain that came out of, you know, Power Rangers, but it's pretty interesting. You can send back explosives, you can send back plasma bolt, change the tide of a fight with that. So if someone has a full charge of a plasma pistol and rips it at you and you hit this, it shoots it right back at them. You're gonna have a better and easier fight with that. You can also use it to bump people. So if you're close enough to an edge, you can bump them off. And also there is a challenge for this now in the battle pass where you can actually pancake somebody. Basically, you can pinch them in between a wall or slam them into the ground and you can kill people with it. Almost forgot about this one, but it's the dash utility. We've seen this in Halo 5, and it's just easy movement and yeah, close some gaps, chase people down, make some space for yourself, make it work. Now, the two that are from old games that they tweaked a little bit, Overshield and Active Camo. You pick them up and you have them and then you can activate them whenever you want. So if you don't activate them and someone kills you, you do drop them. Now, Overshield so far doesn't feel as powerful. Same thing with the Active Camo. Now, the Active Camo arguably might be the strongest of all the utilities. The more you play, the more you get used to the shimmer that you see. If you're not in the open line of sight or if they're not sprinting and if you're not looking for it, it's a problem. So get in there and try all these out and let me know what you think, because right now, in my opinion, the grapple shot and the Active Camo are the strongest. Coming in third is definitely Overshield, probably shares that second place. And then from there, it probably goes Repulsor threat sensor right after that, and then the drop wall probably last on my list of things. But yeah, give them a shot. Tell me what you think is your favorite. And that is it for this Halo update. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment below about anything else you want to see. There will be a map video coming down the line as well as some other gameplay stuff as well. So be healthy, stay healthy, keep uplifting each other. I'm going to see you guys next time.